Hello. So last time we talked about the 小练头 set is a tool to transform one into a monster of snake body, crane limbs. Okay, and today I want to share with you the process, how to do it. Okay, based on my understanding on the Yikam lineage. Okay, so if you are from the red boat Wing Chun lineages, such as Yin Kei-san, Snake Crane Wing Chun, Hitman Wing Chun, and of course Yikam Wing Chun, or any Wing Chun as soon as it is from the red boat, not from other sources, but tracked to the red boat actors, then this process will work, because it's based on 1850 Yikam Xiu Ling Tao Kunqit and different other studies. Okay, so I'm going to give you a process to do it. Okay, as we understand, if we want to develop something, we need to know the goals, and we need to have the test, and we need to have the process. Otherwise, we really don't know what we are doing. Okay, so we have a process, we know what is the goal, and we know how to test it. This need to be intact. Otherwise, we just running around. Okay. Now, so this transformations into the snake body crane limbs is also called turn on the snake engine. Okay. And I want to explain something here. Is like a transformations is like you transform a worm into a butterfly. The worm, no matter how it thinks, it will not be able to think how a butterfly can fly. So as a person, if we do not have developed the snake body crane wings, we will never know how is that like. So often, some friends ask me, "Oh, so how do I use the snake engine, this way or that way or that way?" Well, I told them, you cannot know. Why? Because it is like a human asking a snake. So how do you slide? What the snake slide is weight, and we humans don't slide that way because we are not snake. So all this so-called fudging or the energy, the force vectors and so forth, it is a different story if you have a different type of body, or different type of body handling, to be more specific. Okay, so let's start to go for this journey. Okay. Okay. The first thing I want to start is the Wing Chun code of conduct. So why have to go there? Well, because the code of conduct is the code or the practice we need to practice every day, not just only in the practice Xiu Ling Tao. It's not like I practice 7 minutes of the Xiu Ling Tao and then execute the transformation. No, you cannot do it. The design of the Chinese internal art, which is Xiu Ling Tao, is an internal art. It's proven today. We have enough evidence that it is. Okay. So an internal art is not you just practice 7 or 30 minutes a day, and then the rest of the day you just do whatever you want. And that's not the case in this training, in these transformations. So the way of the living got to be changed. Okay. So let me tell you one thing, which is I think is very interesting and then very critical. If we take a look at Grandmaster Hitman's Code of Conduct, line 4, he said this: abstains from sexual. Okay, abstain from sexual acts to protect and guard the essence and awareness of yours. See, there's so many lines of code, but number 4 is very beginning. It just tell you abstain from sexual conduct or sexual action in order to protect your essence of your body and your awareness, sharpness of your body. Okay. So that is actually trying to tell us to preserve the energy, because we have to understand Shilin Tao is a Buddhist art. Buddhist art has its own way of design. This is not a Taoist Tantra art. This is not some other kind of art. It is a Buddhist art. Okay? So as we know in Buddhism, the original phase is silence, and it is about you let go, you are in the samadhi, in the silence, everything balance and correct itself, instead of any kind of manipulations. So the first thing about to achieve that is to be calm every day. Okay? Choose to be calm, choose to be peaceful every day. Okay? And sex act is one of the things which is excite and drain energy big time. Thus, as we know, even though it is from Grandmaster Hitman's Code of Conduct, the old tradition, Wing Chun people, even they are not from the Yit Kam lineage, they know what is to watch out. So in other words is, one need to stay in a calm state, peaceful state, not excited by sex, not excited by anger. The body has to be kept in those states as much as possible daily. Okay? That is the balanced state. That is the requirement of how we carry out our daily living if we practice this type of Kung Fu or internal arts. Okay? So there's the code of conduct. Only if you have that, practice daily, and then while you practice the 7 minutes of the Shilin Tao sets, or practice it 3 times, 30 minutes or 1 hour every day, then you get result. You don't go empty yourself or drain yourself with sex or anger and so forth, or screw up the whole energy or chi, drain the cell psychologically and so forth, and then go practice to expect something to happen. No, it doesn't happen. Transformation need energy. And after the transformations, work or development, one need to not get disrupted for a period of time until the transformation happens. So this is a truth of the past, and which most of us, the modern people, forgot. Okay? So there's about the code of conduct. And recently, a sidetrack to tell you, recently I just told somebody not to practice Yikam Transform because he practiced or they have this tantra or tantric sexual qigong type of philosophy. They believe on that. Well, you cannot do it. Why? Because we know, as we see this the fourth line of code of conduct from Hitman, Grandmaster Hitman's code of conduct, and the Ikam transform, they both belong to the Buddhist art. They have the philosophy of one must get back to the original face, to the silence, not exciting, not trying to manipulate anything. That is how the art designed, based on. So I told them not to practice Ikam transform. Why? Because I don't want them to be suicide. You just like you practice this one thing, and then you practice something totally different, and then the conflict and the one who get into the conflict gets screwed. So this is very important. This is law of nature, and we must know what type of art we practice. So sure, I talk a lot about this code of conduct and why we need to choose to be calm and peace every day. Because if we practice 2 hours a day, we have 22 hours, which is in the daily state. So we need to hold that conduct. So in the Buddhist, we hold the precepts. Okay, sila. Precepts. Sila means precepts. Sila meaning that if you hold it, you will be cool and calm. So this is how it is related, how to handle our life. Okay, and that is the code of conduct, number one. Okay. Number two is the platform, the Yi Kam Yang Ma. This thing is a big thing. If the Yi Kam Yang Ma is not proper, you will never develop any transformation. You will dissipate power, but never develop any transformations. So what is the Yi Kam Yang Ma? In today's words, if we borrow other arts words or other internal arts words of the China, okay, or the Chinese northern part internal art words wording, the Yi Kam Yang Ma is like the Wuji standing or Wuji Zhuang. It is that. It is a platform. It is not a stand like some southern martial arts. It is not a stand. It is a platform. And in this platform, one needs to align one's body in an optimum way. If one cannot do that, the transformations which is coming after it will never happen, or only happen partially. Okay. So let me show you what it is. Okay. Let me share with you. First thing, Yi Kam Yang Ma, meaning toes pointing slight in. Okay. Stand straight, equal shoulder, toe pointing straight in a little bit. The notion of this stance is to get you back to the optimum state of the body, so it be able to handle both static, stationary, or dynamic. Okay, so let's go from joint by joint because it has its significance. First, the head. Okay, the head governs the spine in the head. And the proper way is doing it is your chin, tuck in a chin a little bit, just slightly a little bit. So this feel like you tie up, you get pull up, tuck in the chin a little bit. And don't do that, because if you do that, that means your body, you feel heavy. No, this one is like this. You tuck in a little bit, just a little bit, slightly a little bit. So you get pulling up. The second is you relax your shoulder. Okay? So the shoulder is relaxed to both sides. Okay? Loose up to the both sides. Okay? So now you have something pull up, you relax the both sides. Behind your back, your neck here, look at it like a 5-point star. 1 point here, 2 points to the shoulder, and 2 points going down towards the back. You have to relax that. And the way of the relax that is open it up. Let the star become bigger. Instead of small, shrinking, expanding it. Okay? And then, if I have 2 nipples here. Between 2 nipples and my throat here, if I draw a triangle, this part has to be concave in a little bit, slightly in, not like that. Okay? Not like that, but slightly in, and not like that either. Okay? It's like this. Okay? Relax the back. Okay? Here, this armpit has to be slightly front, not like that. Slightly front here. Okay? Now, let me tell you this. This thing is actually handling the upward position. The relax of the shoulder, the handling of the chest, back, relax the back, and the armpit is actually make you around, like a ball or rounding like that. If you do like that, your body will be not round anymore, but it's round. So this one tied up, this one become around. So in other words, that it be able you to take different force vector or balance different force vector from different directions. Like this, you cannot do it. You have to do like this. Okay? So this part handling the body, the circular or the balance of the body. This part handling the top, the tie at the top. And then you come to the back, behind your navel, the Mingmen. That part has to be relaxed. Because the Mingmen, or it's called the door of the life, is the gate of the qi flow from top to bottom and the whole body. If that part is not relaxed, your body is breaking down to different parts. So that has to be going down, relax. So relax upward. So instead of going like this, instead of going like that, you just relax a little bit. And then coming down to the hip area, okay, and the lower abs. In Wing Chun, we call this Tan Yu, okay, like Tan Sao, Tan the waist, contract the lower stomach, okay, Tan Yu Sao Fuk, okay. But this Tan Yu Sao Fuk is not going to extreme like try to pin the tail up and so forth. No. The feeling of that is just like when you take up your when you want to go to the bathroom, you take off your pants and sit on the toilet before you go there. Okay, so it is like this. It is not this. It is not like this. It is like this. This slightly. Okay. So what does that do for you? That is actually handling the whole body spring, the spring effect of the whole body. If that is not handling properly, your body will not spring it. Okay? So that is the part of it. And then to come to your knees. Your knees have to be bent slightly so you feel like levitate, not too heavy. Not too heavy like the whole body is sinking to the ground or something like that, and not like the top is heavy and the bottom is lightweight. No, it's just enough so that it's like levitate effortless. The knee must not feel compressed. If you compress, it damage your knee. It feels like pull up, like there's a string pull up your knee up. Okay. So at that case, you don't feel any loading on your knees. Okay. Okay, and then going down to the ankles. Guess what? The ankle and the feet feel like what? Marshmallow. You don't want it to be feeling like you don't want to feel like a big what do you call it? Solid rock or solid plate or solid what do you call it? Hole to poke into the ground. No, it's like marshmallow. Okay. If it's not like a marshmallow, there will be a reflection force throughout your body and end up that your lower part of the body cannot relax, cannot lose. Okay? So as we go through it, now we know. From the top of the chin and the marshmallow leg, the body is handling up and down in balance. The chest, by doing the proper chest implementations, the body is round. Now you see it's like a ball, up and down, lifted and tight. Okay, lift up the top and bottom, tap to the ground. It's round here. So the back, the hip, that make you a spring. So now that is how you control or how you develop this platform called Yi Coming. If you do that and your leg is like marshmallow, or you stand into a quicksand, automatically your lower abs relax. You can breathe this. And when you're standing like that, it is like the whole body is weightless. Or in the ancient is called one feather not added. Meaning it is so lightweight that it is not even have extra weight of one feather. That is the Yi Coming. That needs to develop before you go into the ceiling. If any part of that jam, you will not get it. Okay? So if we talk about the Yikam transform, the 5 layers, all the 5 layers is balanced up and handled that way. And what I just go through with you is the handling of the physical and physical layer, and we know which joint handling what. So I said this one and the marshmallow leg, it handle up and down, vertical. If I call this vertical, the chest, the back handling the round, like the ball now, round. It's not like this, it's not like this, it's not like this. That doesn't handle it. Okay? Now it's a spring. And the whole body is like, the feeling is like this. It's like, if you go to a swimming pool, stand on the swimming pool. Your body is not compressed now. And your head is tied up. It is like that. So your body, the lower body is floating by the water. You're still going down, but it's not compressed, but not loading in your joints. And your top is tied up. So it's like in swimming pool like that. That is the state of the Yi Coming need to attain. Okay. So we have a goal. We need to attain that ball, that expansion ball, which be able to take the 6 directional force. And we know how to do it, the process, how every joint handling it. So we know how to develop that. Okay? And the test is, we know we are balanced on all directions. Very lightweight. No part of body is jammed or tense up or hold up. And when you stand there, you can feel, oh, why do I hold up this place? Why do I hold up this place? So you just relax it. Just drop the holding. So it's not dropping the weight, it's dropping the holding. The body is naturally doing what it needs to do. It's just dropping the holding. Again, Zen, let go. Let go what? Let go the holding, not let go the weight, because we are not dealing with the weight, we just let go the holding. That attain the loose. And when the loose attain, your mind quiet down. Your breathing, go nature. Is the state. Okay? No manipulations. That is silence. Okay? So this platform, one needs to stand at least 20 hours or more in order to understand that. And every day after that is correction, correction, correction. Every time when you stand there, it is up to the state that you stand inside there and you slowly adjust or let go of the holding of different part of the body. You go scan and then you get hold, you let go of different holding of different parts of the body. And you can sleep there. It's as lightweight as you can sleep. You're really sleeping. Okay? So if you don't start gradually develop that Yi Kamyongma from say 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, can go to 20 minutes, and then do it daily for a period of time. You never get this. You never get the transformations because you do not know how to handle each part of the body. You just don't know aware of it, and you just don't know how to handle it, and it's not your second nature. Now we want to go back to the first, the nature of how it is. Okay. Holding is not nature. Not holding it is nature. Let it be is nature. Okay. So again, this Yi Kamyongma is accord with the philosophy of calm, let go, silence. Thus in the King say, calm, retain, goes, let it go, handle the action within silence. That is silence. The Yi Kamyongma, the platform, the core of Wing Chun, according to the Hikam. Okay? So that has to develop. Then one know, oh yeah, how this balls feels and how this spring thing happen. Now, if you climb your knees, well, guess what? You break the integration there. There's a loading effect, a holding effect. If you tap this purposely, it becomes a holding effect. And the key of the Yi Kamyongma is not holding. Why? Because in dynamic, if you need to make use of the dynamic, you must not hold it. It's like one cannot drive a car keeping braking it. You brake the car is not going to work, and then you have to go against the thing. No. So that's not the. So the Yi Kamyongma, as well as it's like the Wuji post or Wuji Zhuang. There is where the Yikam lineage train the central platform tower. That's where it is. Okay? So number 2 is Yi Kamyongma. The first one is a code of conduct because you have to live with it 24 hours a day. The second is you need to know which platform you need to get in. What is optimizations of your body states. Okay. So it is not true just about, oh yeah, I have to be loose, has to be quiet, has to be nature. You need to follow rules of different joints and so forth. You cannot do this. You cannot do this. You have to do this. And then only that you lose. If you don't know the rules, you cannot lose. You have to be in silence. Not try to think about sexual thing or getting angry thing and so forth and so forth. Why? The energy will not integrate. Okay? So you will not, it's not accumulate, it will dissipate, and you don't want that. You want it to be accumulate. Okay? So if you look at other Wing Chun Kentucky, he said it is one need to be accumulate instead of scattering out. That is how the theory, and this is how you implement it. See, in Chinese martial art, you always have the theory called Gong Li, and the process Gong Fa. The Gong Li is just a theory. There's no use at all. You need the Gong Fa to implement it, to bring that into the physical reality. Okay? So this is what it is. Okay. Now, the third thing is an aids. Aids is try to help, or intermediate steps, try to help these transformations. And what is that? That is okay, let's put it this way. The Ichikam is Yikam transform drill 1, number 1. This 8, or the intermediate step, is Yikam transform drill 2, which is the hand swing. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, this hand swing. Okay, so you can, if you're interested, you can take a look at the Yikam Transform Drill 2 instructions. Okay, all this thing. And the rules and so forth. Again, rules is important. If you don't know the key rules, don't do it brute force. It damages you. Okay. So why is this? It is this. You see, 1. Every 4 times I have a bounce twice. Okay, so every 4 swing I have a bounce, slight bounce like that. Why is it? It is here because when we started doing the Xiu Lim Tao, this is actually the intermediate state. Try to pull between the standing. Probably, maybe you're standing very well. You can have this ball and everything attained. But when you get to moving, the dynamic, the body might not feel comfortable, but might not know how to do it naturally. So this swing, in a relaxed way, non-holding way, come to help you to be able to feel this body comfortably and be able to handle it comfortably, serve as a bridge from the Ichikam to the Xiu Lim Tao. This bridge. And so if you do this bridge, you know what is loose and so forth. So later on when you do Xiu Lim Tao, if you hold on to something, you know. So in other words, that if this is the Ichikam standing is the stationary type, this one is the dynamic. So both, if you can handle the basic of, you can have a reference of what is nature in the stationary and the dynamic. When you practice the Xiu Lim Tao, you will have a reference to measure that whether how does it feel? Is it nature or I'm holding on something? You know, so you can do a correction. Okay. So that is the second thing, the intermediate states. Okay. And of course, because of this hand swing, it always also involves the lower abs breathing. And now, when you're standing, it's like the lower abs breathing is non-moving, with a non-moving physical body. But right now, even in moving, you know you can breathe with the lower abs with this, without even manipulating. You don't have to manipulate. You don't want to manipulate because it's not about holding on something or breaking while you're driving. Okay? So that is the third one, the intermediate step. The fourth is the practice of the Shilin Tao. Okay? Now I want to tell you this. Shilin Tao is an advanced art. It's not for everybody like us, a Joe A or kindergarten guy. That's why we need all these steps. Otherwise, miss one step and then the transformation will not happen. Can do for 20 years, 30 years, or 100 years, or 5 lifetimes. Just go nowhere. Okay? So, now get into the Shilin Tao. Okay, just do the Shilin Tao, because if you have the transform from first the standing still, you have the Ijikanoma platform, you have developed that, you have developed a reasonable good hand swing. Then when you do the Shilin Tao, your body knows how to adjust itself already. However, if you don't have that two-step developed, you go into the Shilin Tao right away. It doesn't work because the body doesn't know what to work. The body don't even know the difference between the hip to the tailbones, how to handle it, how much I have to handle it. It doesn't know. Okay? Or how do I handle this vertical? How do I handle this round? So okay, if I have to be round, okay, how like I use this futsal example. Okay, is that am I around still, balanced, or I already become a really offset at one step? The body will know if you develop the Ijikanoma platform and the hand swing. The body know. The body will tell you. Your brain doesn't know anything about it, so forget about it. It's like a warm brain trying to use in the butterfly situations. It doesn't know. So the body will tell you. Okay? Now, so with that two development, the Ijikanoma development, the transformation, the hand swing transformation, and then you get into the practice of Shilin Tao. Okay? And one thing has to be watch out for the practice in Shilin Tao. One key thing is you need to use the snake-like pupa or worm move techniques. If you not, then you will miss something again, and you will not transform again. So what is this? So okay, say we use this. Everybody have this Yatan sample. This section. Say this Tansa, for example. Okay. When you do this Tansa, instead of just forget the whole body, put your hand up there. Don't. When you do your Tansa, first thinking your sole, ankle, your hip, your shoulder blade, your shoulder, your elbow, your wrist, your finger. And then think, if you do a wusao, think finger, wrist, elbow, shoulder blade, hip, waist, okay? And your knee, your ankle, your sole. So you're keeping thinking up from the sole up to the finger and the finger back to the sole. So what is it doing for you? That is the snake. That is the snake engine. Okay. So that is actually activate your snake engine, and of course you have to do after a while you do, you'll be able to activate it naturally. Okay, so the whole body will handle it really naturally. Okay, and because of this, you have the snake body turn on, activate. Okay. And this is also when you think from your sole to your fingertip, okay, that is also called 力从地起, force up from ground, okay. And when you think from this finger back to the sole, that is also called the force. You accept force going down to the ground, okay? 借力回地, okay? So that is how you handle the actions and reaction force in the very primitively way, okay? And that is the snake body. So now the body no longer as you sit on the ijikanoma, dead and tucking your tailbone and so forth. No, it's the whole body is moving, okay? So you have a ball like this, a ball like of a balanced structure, and then you have this dynamic up and down, doing actions in your body. Okay. So this Sanbaifa section is very important. Okay, to be able to handle or develop this snake engine or the transformations of a snake body, crane limbs. Okay, so the same thing when you practice other part of the shooting part. Remember that. Okay, so that is a key, the major bones of the shooting power practice. Okay, so there's the major core, right? Again, so when you go hands are up, you're thinking every joint until your finger. You come back, you're thinking every joint until your sole again. Okay, so when you do shooting power, you do that. Okay, and there is other thing in the shooting power which is you have to be very careful with this. If this section is called the Sanbaifa section, the section behind before it is called the snake section. So this Sanbaifa section is a snake crane section, and the section before this, okay, before this is called the snake section. So this is the snake rail section, and this is the crane withstand section. You can put it this way. Okay. Now the snake section is actually doing that force up from the ground and accept force down to the ground. However, it is reeling in the middle line, the center line. See, there's a center line. Even though I'm reeling, I'm going like this or like this. I'm within this triangle in this center line. Okay. So if I push like this, it is not just my hand; it's the whole body go down to the sole. Okay. So that transforms the snake body. Here, transform both the snake and the crane, the snake body. This hoksao is usually called the crane fall. Okay, so that is the snake body crane limbs. Okay, so okay, so if you do the practice of the Ijikanma, you stand there, you develop it, you develop the intermediate, okay, so that you'll be able to handle the dynamic, and then you do shooting how with this force going up, coming up from ground and return to the ground, And then you pay attention on the snake reel sections and the crane withstand sections. If you do that, it's going to transform you into the snake body crane limbs monster. You have to take time, but after a while, the body handling is a different stuff. It's no longer a human thinking, trying to think like a snake or a crane, but the whole body handling is different. And so these 3 steps. So you have a code of conduct which you have to be handled in the daily living, and then you have this develop the 一级 Kamayama platform, the intermediate state. Remember the joint by joint, okay, the snake body development, and then be careful in the snake and the crane sections. You do this 4 things. If you do it for a month, see what happens, what's different between before you do anything and after a month of the practice, if you practice about an hour a day. Okay? So after that, you know what is a snake body, crane limbs. Okay? So still we're using 小练头, you're using 一级 Kamayama, but now we know a process. Okay? So this is what I want to share with you today. It is simple stuff. It's only a matter of whether we practice it or not. And again, as I already said, that if you want to practice this kind of art, don't go doing some other wild type of qigong or tantra or this and that, or get angry or get toxicated every day, because you want to transform your body and you don't want to do that. Okay? So this is for today. Thank you.